Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last, it's for us the last stretch of the Forgotten Age player card reviews. We're on the depths of YOTH. We're starting with Handcuffs. This is a 2-cost asset that commits for a foot symbol. It takes up no slots. As an action, if it also has the trait Police.
Yeah, I really hope one.
So when Tommy Muldoon comes out, yeah.
He's police tribal.
You may include police cards, they're all blue. If a handcuff is not attached to an enemy, evade. Use only on a humanoid enemy. This evasion attempt uses fist instead of foot. If you succeed, attach handcuffs to the just evaded enemy. If the attached enemy is non-elite, it cannot ready and doom cannot be placed on it.
I think it'd be more like if Tommy Muldoon that they've forced him to play a certain number of police cards in his deck.
Yeah.
What if he's red?
Maybe.
And he gets to play police cards.
Yeah, so as you guys might notice, we're not particularly excited about this card.
Humanoid enemies are real soft.
Yeah. So
as a general rule.
The only enemy that I see this actually being useful on the top of my head is that the cultist who puts a doom on every Mythos face.
You can just
because he has an evasion of 2.
Yeah.
That's probably the only one, because then he just sits there under arrest and he's like, "Can I come out to play?"
And you're like, no.
Yeah. That's the only one I can think of that also adds doom on it each turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the rest of them are all elite.
Because worst case, you put it on an elite enemy and he just bursts out of his handcuffs and chases you, and you're like, what a waste of time.
You put it on a regular cultist and he's like, joke's on you, I've already done my job.
Yeah, his card's kind of crappy.
Yeah, it's just not
What's
great.
The next one?
I guess you could put it on that Brotherhood cultist that gets doom placed on it as you beat on him.
Yeah.
That would be pretty alright.
Yeah.
That guy's a little bit rough sometimes.
Yeah, he has an evade, I think, of 2? He has 2 as well. Yeah, that would be another one that's also good. Okay. Yeah, but no matter. Bottom line is that card's probably a 2 out of 5.
I wouldn't play that card.
Maybe even a 1 out of 5.
I wouldn't play a card to deal with
now.
Brotherhood cultists specifically.
We got Blood Eclipse, which is the art is metal as all hell. It's a 1-cost event that's level 3. Commits for a brain and a fist. It's a spell spirit. As an additional cost to play Blood Eclipse, take up to 3 damage. Fight. This attack uses brain instead of fist. You get +1 brain, deal +1 damage to the attack for each damage taken as part of this card's cost. This is the first Guardian spell? Yes?
Yeah. Yep. 2 good homes for this one, and the first one is if you're playing like a Mark Harrigan tank deck where you've got a whole ton of assets that can take the damage for you. And, fighting with +4 damage is pretty cool. Or in a Calvin deck where you're like, if I don't take damage, I do hot nothing.
I think this card could also be part of a boss killer build with double or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a really easy way to deal 8 damage or whatever.
Yeah. I don't play Guardian, but this doesn't seem like an inherently Guardian card.
No, this came out in a cycle that had Calvin and Akachi.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And they can Akachi can't play it, can she?
No, I don't think so.
She only gets charges cards. Yeah, it's.
What's her face? Mary Lambeau can play this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Would it be good? Is Carolyn's brain high? Does she have 4 brain?
I think she's got 3 and 3.
3 willpower.
Yeah.
So she can attack for 6.
Yeah,
but she also only has 6 health.
Yeah, 6 health. So.
No, this is a pretty okay. Yeah. Just I really need to kill something. I'm not particularly suited to it, but I'm not sure it's worth the 3 experience in most cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. The art's sick as all hell.
If you have a Brother Xavier at your location, it doesn't have to be in your deck. You could take 3, have the Brother Xavier take 3, and deal 6.
Or a True Grit.
That would be kind of neat. Or a True Grit.
Yeah, so it seems good in a tank build. I think Bryn's right. I think that's the best home for it.
Yeah, in Calvin, it would be good if it cost less experience. Because you want it early, but when you get into the late campaign, you've probably taken a bunch of trauma already. And
maybe you get one of those reaction decks where you just let them be on your guard dogs and your survival knife.
Yeah.
And then you can use this to kill things that hit it too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, 4 kills a lot of elite enemies.
Yep. All right.
Or at least puts them very low.
Yellow cards.
We have Feed the Mind. It's a 2-cost asset for 3 experience. Commits for a book. It takes up a spell slot, and it is a spell. Uses secrets, 3 of them. Exhaust Feed the Mind and spend 1 secret. Test book 0. For each point you succeed by draw 1 card, then take 1 horror for each card in your hand in the excess of your maximum hand size.
I like this card a lot more in Eldritch Horror.
Yes, I agree. Feed the Mind. It's pretty good in Eldritch Horror. Yeah. I just think it's...
This is card draw from Marie Lambeau.
Yeah.
That's about it, I think.
Yeah, because everyone else, all the other yellow characters don't really need the help. There's already that one card that just draw 3 with no downside, and it costs 0.
Yeah, it costs 1 more experience to put in your deck.
But like, it's more reliable,
yeah,
right?
You get to do this one 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess if you had those artifacts that are like reaction when you draw a card do a thing, you could use this to trigger them more than once in a turn.
You should probably rather just have like the just draw.
Yeah, no, like cryptic research is probably just better most of the time.
Yeah.
Unless you can play spell cards and you can't play insights.
Yeah.
This card's neat, but I don't think it's great.
Yeah, I'm with Travis.
It's got like some niche homes, but.
Well, I do see the very nice situation though that Brent's describing. Like you just draw 6, and then like you have 6 things on the thing, and then you're like, brat!
Yeah.
And then you're like,
you just blow someone up.
We did it. We did it, everybody. All right, here's a cute little guy. Colt Vest Pocket. It's a 2-cost asset that takes up a hand slot. It's in the green class, which is Rogue, right? Foot that takes up 1 hand. Item, weapon, firearm, illicit. Uses 5 ammo as an action. Spend 1 ammo. Fight. You get +1 fist for this attack. This attack deals +1 damage. Forced. At the end of the round, discard Colt Vest Pocket.
I don't recognize this card.
Yeah, this is green.
Yeah.
This card is like, I think, 2nd best level 0 green weapon.
So, is this going to be an upgraded version in Return to Forgotten Age where it's going to be fast?
Maybe. If you have a fence, it just is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
imagine this is meant to be played
I think
fast,
this
and you've got like
is,
Leo, and then you can actually shoot for 5 times.
Yeah.
That's like pretty good for that.
That is, it seems good.
Yeah.
This is neat design though. I like seeing stuff like this, even though I haven't.
It's not in. I mean, Brent hasn't played a green deck in a while besides Preston, and like it's also.
Yeah, I don't want to fight at +1. That's 2.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
It's also illicit.
And
so
I can't.
He can't commit crimes.
Yeah, you can't. You actually can't play green weapons in that deck.
Yeah.
No, I like.
That's what does Preston do.
Yeah.
I like cards like this are good if you build around them, but you don't. They aren't just good all the time.
But I do think this is high up there to be.
This has high potential.
Upgraded also for.
This is also very good if you're playing it with an Eat Lead combo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you've got 5 bullets, you could just spend them all to draw 5 tokens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet this is gonna be 2 experience and just be fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Because then it costs 2 less with fence, right?
It'll commit for either
It'll
a fist
cost 1
or
less.
1 less?
It'll commit for a fist or a foot in addition to the base foot.
That'd be really good.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to do outside of Forgotten Age with a Finn deck that would, like an illicit Finn. There's a lot more pieces there that seem pretty exciting when you're not running away from snakes in the fucking jungle.
Yeah, you can get some Sour Mash whiskey, test your treacheries at 3 and still fail.
All right, we got ourselves Coup de Grace or Coup de Grace.
Or Coup de Grace.
An event, 2 cost, commits for 2 fists, so that's always relevant. Tactic and Fated. Deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. If this effects defeat that enemy, draw 1 card. If it is your turn and your turn, this action does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
This card's good.
Yeah, seems.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, just
Tesla's damage is sweet. Committing for 2 of the same symbols, also
Sweet,
good.
yeah.
Tactics, so Mark Harrigan can play.
yeah. And you just play it as the last card on your turn.
Yeah, and it just replaces itself if you're paying 2 to deal 1 damage.
Or if you're really desperate, like it's also if there's a situation where this can be used to just kill an enemy, but you're like, I have nothing else to do. Let me just shoot this in multiplayer. You guys do the objective.
Yeah.
Seems sweet. Art's a bit wonky, but
No,
that's not what
we're
we do
seeing
here.
it from the perspective of the
They're
monster.
getting shot.
that's
Yeah, but she looks
getting
like she's like,
shot at damage, yeah.
Yeah, her faces look pretty. She's not even looking where she's shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because when you're cool, you don't do that. Probably.
Yeah, you don't aim.
I don't know.
You don't aim. You just hit. Yeah, I'm excited to try that card out. When once
That's
again, we
good.
haven't played Rogue in a while, but I think that card seems all the boxes are ticked.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get off. No tests. All right, this is the Skeleton Key. It's a 3-cost, 2 experience asset that commits for 2 books. It's exceptional, so it costs you 4 experience, and it's fast. As an action, attach the Skeleton Key to your location. If it is already attached to your location, detach it and return it to your play area instead. Set the attached location's shroud value to 1. So of note, an important thing that we found out thanks to YouTube is that things that modify the shroud value, like flashlight or obscuring fog, do not change Skeleton Key. It is always just set to 1. That is relevant.
Yeah, so don't try to do that.
Yeah.
That would be
It was really good.
That would be
The
stupid.
one time that maybe that happened.
Yeah.
But this card is very strong. A lot of scenarios try to make the last part difficult by saying you got to pick up all the clues off this location. The shroud here is 5 or 6 or whatever, and you're just like, oh man.
No, that's kind of
everybody can get this.
I feel like there also could be like campaigns where you can, like, if you played a lot, I need a skeleton key or I don't, right? Like, so that also helps because it's not, you don't always need it, but when you do need it, it's phenomenal.
Imagine if Rex could play cursed cards.
That would be amazing.
No, what we just need is like the Rex's caddy who just runs around putting the key down. It's like, after you, sir, get those clues. And then he gets them and he's like, to the next, onward.
Oh, yeah, he runs and evades all the enemies. Rex sucks up all the clues.
And then there's someone else who just punches. That's actually a pretty good 3-person combination. That sounds
It's
pretty
also
good.
a relic, so you can find it with Dr. Ellie Horowitz.
Which is great because then she can take it from her, and then she's like, "Are you gonna kill me now?" And you're like, "Well, let's see what happens."
No, but they might.
So yeah, the card's great.
Yep.
Flavor's pretty cool. I think that if you if you leave it on the location at the end, it should somehow have gone away.
Yeah.
Just for flavor reasons, but I feel like that would make the card really bad.
I mean, it would make it really bad. You just need
make
one
it-
more action to pick it up.
It's true. But if you die suddenly, then you're like, my key is gone.
Well, that's your fault.
That is your fault. Don't die in this game because then you're bad. We never die in this game.
Except sometimes.
Except sometimes. This is a Mythos Relier. It's a 2-cost asset that takes up a spell slot. It is a spell as well. 4 experience, commits for a brain and a foot. Uses 5 charges. As an action, spend 1 charge, evade. This evasion attempt uses brain instead of foot, and you get +3 brain for the attempt. If you succeed after evading the chosen enemy, you may move to a connecting location. If a bad symbol is revealed, choose and discard a card from your hand.
I think this card's like very bad.
Yep.
Yeah, like for 4 experience, you basically get like +3 brain. That's it.
Yeah, it seems pretty soft for, like, because the basic one's already pretty, like, the basic one's good.
I think the basic one's very good, but this just doesn't improve enough on it for the XP cost.
It totally makes sense. Yeah, it's 1 more charge.
One
Same
brain
cost,
symbol.
and yeah, +3 brain.
You get like 1 brain symbol if you commit to a test as well.
So yeah, it doesn't seem worth
Just-
the,
There's so many other things you'd rather be spending your experience on.
especially in Mystic. Yeah, doesn't seem too great with
this,
that
this
in mind.
feels like it should be like a level 3 or
If I read this card alone, like without knowing the first one exists, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
But the first one just makes this one pretty obsolete, in my opinion, as well, Travis. So I'm saying is Travis is right. Bryn, any thoughts?
It's a purple card.
Nice. All right. Winging it.
This card's insane.
It's a 1-cost event, tactic improvised. You may play Winging It from your discard pile. If you do, shuffle into your deck after resolving its effect. Investigate. Your location gets -1 shroud for the investigation. If you played Winging It from your discard pile, get 1 additional clue.
This card should be in like most red decks, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Not everyone, but like most.
No. It's very good in like Pete or Wendy where you don't have to use it the first time.
Yeah, because then you can like discard it and get
You
rid
can
of it.
discard it for effect, then play it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Downside in Pete is that you can't use it with Duke very well. So you're investigating with 2. But
Yeah. So yeah, it really depends on your person, but the card's
Getting
good.
that extra clue is like really big.
Yeah, Rex
You
just
don't get
does
to-
that.
You don't get to do that outside of yellow cards very often.
Yeah.
no.
And it's very easy for Red to take advantage of this, so yeah, seems great. Old hunting rifle.
This card's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
So this is a 3-cost asset for 3 experience. Commits for a fist or a foot. Takes up 2 hand slots. Uses 3 ammo as an action. Spend 1 ammo. Fight. You get +3 attack and deal +2 damage. If a skull or auto fail symbol is revealed during the attack, it jams. It fails. Before you can activate this ability again, you must perform the following ability. Action. You clear the jam.
So initial reading when I saw this card, I thought it was pretty bad. And then we were playing a Dunwich campaign. I need something to kill birds, and I was playing Duke, and I was like, "This is a red card that can kill birds." And it's like pretty good actually. +2 damage is like +3 fists and +2 damage is kind of insane for 3 resources. Like sometimes it jams.
don't,
and like, I'll screw you, but just don't do that.
Justin shouldn't play it. I shouldn't play it.
I can though.
Travis can.
Yeah, Travis is
You
allowed
played
to.
that one time.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I decided to go with the bow instead, which I think the fire axe was the correct choice. But that's
If Justin's playing a card and it says if you
correct option was neither of them.
like there's a lot that can go wrong with this card, but like let's not worry about that. But like as I'm reading in the review down here, the person's saying the upside's very good, but if it jams and you still shoot your friend if they're engaged with an enemy. Yeah. It's weird, but it makes sense rule-wise.
It doesn't make sense. Like, if the gun jams and it won't shoot the guy who's in front of you, how come it'll shoot somebody else?
Because there's usually 2 skulls, maybe 3, and then 1 auto-fail. So 3 chits to fail, but most of the other will hit, because -3 is usually the lowest, like, the common thing. So basically, the +3 makes it so it balances out your token pool. So overall, that makes it good.
It's fine.
Yeah. Justin just has a knack for drawing whatever token it is that
breaks it or
says
jams.
that his card is bad now.
Yeah.
And I can draw red ones forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just if you're lucky, play it for sure. If you're unlucky, think about it and try it out a bit.
It's still very strong.
Yeah, I mean, plus as Travis says, +2 damage is
Like,
insane.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. We got a neutral, Thermos. It's a 4-cost asset that commits for a brain. I always love neutral cards. I always forget about them. Uses 3 supplies as an action. Spend 1 supply, exhaust Thermos, heal 1 damage from investigate your location. 2 damage instead if he or she has 2 or more physical trauma. And then spend 1 supply, heal 1 horror from your location, 2 if they have 2 or more mental trauma.
So
This seems like
it's okay. Yeah, like if it costs, I think if it costs like 3, so then it's worse than first aid, I'd play it more. By more,
This
I mean
card's
no.
this card's really good in a couple of builds. Like if you're playing like sort of a support yellow character deck who isn't burning through their resources, or like a red character who's doing something similar, especially Calvin. This is very good for Calvin.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you don't want to be sitting there. Yeah. I think this is also very good if you're playing with your primary damage dealer being an Agnes Baker.
Yep.
She can just force 2 trauma onto herself, and then you can use this to heal her 2-3 times.
Yep.
And that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, just like
costs a
four
lot.
resources is a lot.
Yeah.
For 4, you can be buying a fingerprint kit or like a 45 or
Play
almost any kind of magic you want.
Yeah. I mean, like the other side, like this is good if you don't want to buy those things.
Yeah, if you're the healer.
Yeah, like maybe in like a Minty fan build or a Silas build. Silas would probably love this. You could pour whiskey in there forever.
Yeah, you could, yeah. All right, Hemispheric Map.
Another neutral card this pack,
Ooh,
huh?
there's 3 neutral cards in this pack.
Incredible.
Wow. Hemispheric Map is a 2-cost asset that takes up the necklace slot. It's a 3 experience, commits for a brain and a book. It's an item relic. While your current location is connected to at least 2 other locations, you get +1 brain and +1 book. If it's connected to 4, however, you get an additional, so +2 brain, +2 book.
Hey, this card's like very meh.
Yeah, this card is not as good as it looks.
It depends entirely, like once again, if you know your campaign has a lot of locations.
Yeah,
like, for example,
if you're playing Dunwich, I think
Undimensioned
it's quite
and
good.
Unseen. It's very good in that
because
one.
there's a lot of locations that just begin in play in Dunwich.
So you're almost never going to get the second part. This is basically
the second-
resources for +1 brain, +1 book.
Yeah, if you're playing Dunwich.
Most of
Yeah,
the time.
the one we played today, if you're standing in that one location that everything's connected to, you're like, yes!
But it also...
But, like,
kinda
what is that
isn't
worth?
great,
Like, what is that worth? You just stay there.
No, for 3 experience, I wouldn't buy this. I bought it once and I was very unhappy with it. I discarded it for a book or a brain every time I drew it.
Yeah.
Find your father.
Boom.
Yeah, pretty much.
This next card's pretty neat. There's been a lot said on this already.
Time Worn Brand, it's a 5-cost asset for 5 experience.
This is a relic.
Takes
Oh,
one
I should have
hand.
bought that.
Brain and a fist, item, relic,
That not
weapon,
be
melee. As an action, if Time Worn Brand is ready, fight. You get +2 fist and deal +1 damage for this attack. So, standard, that's pretty good. Exhaust it as an action, fight. Add your brain to the skill value of this attack. This attack deals +3 damage. If this attack defeats an elite enemy, draw 3 cards, max once per game. So, like, this is like a boss killer. Like,
Yeah, kind of.
yeah.
Like, the big thing it doesn't do... This is... No, this isn't a boss
this is a mini boss
No,
killer.
this is like machete's not good enough.
Yeah, this is like a Machete upgrade where you're using it to, like, so that's technical, you're only using it once per game. Like, when you do it, it's going to be sweet. You're going to chop down some elite enemy or whatever, and you're going to feel good about it. But you're most of the time using the first one, and you only get to attack with it once. Oh, no, you can use the first one.
You can't use the first one forever. It's just
Okay,
like you can't use the
never
second
mind.
one, then the first one.
Yeah, no, it makes this better than I initially thought.
Yeah.
No, it's I think this is very good if you're playing like Skids as a fighter because you do need that +2 to put yourself into a reasonable fight value.
No, I view this mostly as
Or
just
Jenny.
like a
Jenny would be very good with this.
mostly just an upgrade machete.
Mm-hmm.
Or like sometimes you'll have characters who can really take advantage of the plus brain, the card draw, and then they have like serviceable fight. For the
I
first
will
part.
say the fucking flavor of it though, just you feel powerful when you're like to the big boss, and it's it's very expensive though. Like the effect is very good, +2 fist and +1 damage.
5 experience is a lot.
It's very, and then 5
5
resources.
experience is a lot, but
I think in Jenny,
it's hard to find melee weapons that give you more than +1 that still give you damage.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well that's Depths of Yoth. What do you guys think of this pack overall?
It's got like 2 really good cards and a bunch of like meh cards.
The green cards are good in this.
Yeah, I think overall this one the scenario is a lot better than the player cards.
Yeah, like the green cards and the Time War brand
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah, the green cards seem
The Colt Vest Pocket might not be good yet, but we're getting real close.
I think it's really like winging it. Skeleton Key. I think the red cards are better than the green cards.
Yeah, the red and green are both
Like
the winners
Skeleton
in
Key
this.
is
Skeleton
good,
Key
but
and Coup de Grace are both quite good.
yeah, but like Coup de Grace doesn't go in almost every red deck, like winging it, and
Well, Coup de Grace doesn't go in most red decks because it's green.
well, it doesn't go in most green decks, like winging it doesn't red decks.
No, that's
But-
true.
I think that if you like have limited funds to spend on packs, this is much better to consider for like red cards than it is and neutral than it is for green cards. The green cards are a little bit specific, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Don't be wrong, Skeleton Key is real good.
of the reds I've played, I mean, I played both Silas and then I'm playing Rita right now, and both their book skills are very low.
Yep.
But with Wendy, this card's incredible. So if you're a big Wendy fan, if you like little girls, this pack's for you.
Okay.
Why would I say that? Why would I say that? And I'm going to end the video like this, and everyone's going to be like, come on, Justin.